The stuff I'm gonna show you kind of looks nasty sometimes. It depends how you do it, so I really hope you use it responsibly, because you can torture people with this, but I would recommend it to use more for moving people. So it's a tool, but you don't want to break your partner. So let's start with the easier ones and then move on. Put head there. Mount. So first from mount. So what happens here? He doesn't want to be on both shoulders, so he every time wants to choose which side he will escape to. And I see this, I feel this. So first thing, usually people don't know breed stuff, so their chin is everywhere. So that makes it especially easy. I understand he wants to start escaping here, and now I drive my elbow across his face. But here again, I can press it down and pull the shoulder if I want, but I would recommend you not to. You won't make any friends during rows. So I just use it to control enough. If he doesn't resist, I usually let go. If he resists, I hold as long as he understands that this is not very smart for him. So when I turn his head away, now his body is facing there, head there. There is no escape. He needs to put his body again on the same side as his face is looking at. And now it's the opportunity for me to do this again. Okay? So, yeah, this is the simplest one. You can play a bit, do one side, he turns another side, and then I do other side. How I want to do it. I just don't want to put my elbow in his face. This is not allowed. You'll always want to find the chin. So it's especially good if you can a bit lift his chin as well. This makes pressure like this. If you just turn it, it's very good, but if you can turn and lift, then it's very good. But again, if he knows that he doesn't want to be like this on the ground, he holds it a bit, it's very hard to do. I can still use my elbow to block, but I don't want to go over his face ever. Only chin. So I sometimes try to get my elbow in between here, and still he can't escape normal there because I'm blocking his head. And if I have the chance, I will drive over the chin with this. And yes, how to relieve pressure for the bottom person. If you keep your feet here and I turn your face, you're gonna hurt yourself. So every time I turn his face, his reaction should be that his feet is turning as well. And now I can switch. Yeah? So, yeah, let's try this. Go with your elbow as near as his chin as possible. Don't just fall down. I go a bit away and then drive and grab the shoulder and control here. Don't press. If he resists, then I can hold pressure, but I don't want to put his head through the mat, okay? So let's try. So it makes his life more miserable every time if I get it. But again, the better people you roll with, the less they will expose their chin. So if you can get your elbow a bit like under the chin but still can turn it away, yes, this is perfect because I can like lift his head pretty well. Any more questions? This? He push? Push. With this or this? This? Push. There. And now I have my favorite arm bars. This is actually, why I really like it, because I don't want to torture him. I want to make him react everywhere. And this is the reaction I actually love, because a lot of people react like this. And There are other crossface I do as well, and they react the same. They don't want to get crossface, so they do like big bridge there. But I know this is coming, so I know I'm gonna get my favorite armbars from here. So yeah, the two classes kind of combined was in my last class. You can play this through with your partner if you want to. More questions?
Are you trying to are you shifting your base the way or are you trying to stay square?
A bit shifting my base, because if I'm square now I move only my arm. So I need to shift my base and now come back here. So then I don't want to use my biceps. I want to use my whole body, and this is kind of principle in very many places in jiu-jitsu, yeah?
What do you do when this chin is really tight?
Really tight?
Yeah.
Then usually, yeah, I don't get it, and yeah, one is block, and this actually brings us to the next torture technique. This, at some point in our gym, was called Crossface. So he takes the head from here, he pulls it and starts pressing with the shoulder. So this is very nasty. I think I've even tapped to this when Harta did this to me. So if his chin is very tight, and I feel I really can't go here, because yeah, I expose myself a bit, so he can again push and stuff, but 50-50 I'm expecting this, because I like to attack armbar. So you can bait him as well, like, oh, I'm so off base, and then try to climb up with the arm. But yeah, next, so move forward, yeah? This is simple enough, just elbows to the face. So when he hides his chin very well, then yes, I usually start pulling the head. Sometimes I don't get the shoulder. This would be, again, ideal for me. Makes him more stuck, but at least I start pulling the head, because it's, again, very hard for him to escape there when I'm controlling his head here. So you can try two versions of this. You just want to pull the head and hold it here. Maybe you can repummel underhook or something. Or this is a bit like, usually you need to have done jits a bit more to get it, because it's like, it's kind of weird, like putting butter on the bread with your shoulder. Like, so you pull, and now I wanna put my shoulder in his chin. Again, try to do it slowly and nicely. Don't pull anyone's head, you know, want to injure your partner today and he might get revenge later. So again, first, if his chin is up, I usually use these cross faces. When chin is so down, I start pulling the head, and now I can maybe cross face hard. And yeah, it depends where his hands are as well. If he's framing very nicely, then I just pull the head. There is no point in me going over and now he can push me maybe over or something. Okay? More or one try? Or question?
The reason you ended the first technique was chin stuck is because it's illegal to put the elbow on the face.
Yes. Because yeah, this is very not recommended by me. If his chin is very well hidden, don't lose friends. You win nothing. You win like one situation in jiu-jitsu. It's not worth it. So yeah, I don't wanna nose everything like this. I don't wanna. So then I use this. More questions or let's try? Try. Go. If you have any questions, raise your hands. Me and Moha will help you. And I see same problem for a few people. And yeah, it depends how the bottom person is holding his or her head. So if he or she just puts it here, no, like just here, S, kinda. It's hard for me sometimes to grab, not really, I don't know, someone was like this kind of, and then I couldn't grab this part normal, then I would probably just stay here a bit, open his head and stuff. But if he does this stuff more, I can grab the side of the head. I want to grab here. so I can pull it normal. If I just grab here or here, I can't pull it so well. So I want to go over, pull, and then put the butter on the bread. Yeah. So yeah, this we will go over later as well. I usually want to grab kinda his opposite ear. Okay? Any more questions? Yes?
The shoulder, do you want to set or do you should over?
I try to get it from down of the, like under the chin and then put it up. So in the end, he should look like this, kind of. Okay, I try not to torture him too much, but I wanna pull and then butter, and then yeah, usually I start pushing him there a bit, because again, what are his options? He will bridge usually to there, yeah, and this is the place I love. So a lot of my torture techniques are built around I want a reaction. This is not, I don't want to keep him there, I don't want to hold usually, like in competition, other story again, but I want to make him react. I need to make him move somehow, so this is usually my favorite way. More questions? Yes? Both are good. With the turn and push, it's more nasty. So if you just like push or just turn, then it's also uncomfortable. But yeah, if you push your head here and start turning it, you feel like it's extra uncomfortable. If someone just pushes, not so bad. If someone just turns, not so bad. So ideal would be both at the same time. More questions?
You're on the bottom, does it help to switch to it?
For him?
Yeah.
So you mean the last crossface or first?
The last.
So if I get this and he switches to this hip, yeah? For him, it helps relieve the pressure, yes, and this is what I want him to do. He doesn't want to feel the pressure, I don't want him to feel this pressure, so then he turns, and now it's a very good chance for me to climb up. And now again, this is what I want. Because usually if his hands are down and stuff, he can't do anything normal and he still needs to, yeah, start moving there, and I want to take the back, do the armbars. More? Do you want to try this a bit more? Yes? Okay, then try again, and try to get the side of the head normal. Not from eyes, not from back of the head, side of the head. Does anyone have more questions before? No? Torture works?
One gone.
Yeah, no. Good.
I have a question on the first torture method. If
Yeah.
you drag the arm all the way across, could you, if the bottom person grab it and try to roll the other way to flip this into guard?
So you mean if he's a bit here, I go
Yeah,
here,
now grab your left arm
yeah,
and try to bridge up into the right.
there,
Yeah.
yeah, go. This is again what I want. This is like best for me because now he like makes his own hand stuck. He doesn't want in jiu-jitsu in general, very many places, this is the devil. You're like a T-Rex. So he doesn't want to bridge holding onto my arm like this. Because yeah, I can switch and now I can isolate the arm again. So he would rather keep the elbows close to himself. So what happens to me here with more experienced guys is they just start turning more, kind of like S-mount, yes. And now from here goes another game. And yeah, if they're good, they're gonna keep frame here. I can't go just armbar or just take the back. I need to play here. So I did this, and now sometimes I start grabbing the head from here, but again, nicely. You don't want to do it very strongly. So I had questions about this crossface. I use this as well, but I don't like it from the mount as much. Because with this, anytime he just bridges without grabbing me or whatever, like bumps me, goes a bit crazy, I can post my both arms. I feel like I have good base on top, I can spread my wings and stay safe. But if I take this and I don't have it very well, I fear the bridge here. I know he will bridge me there every time, yeah. And now it's a bit harder because I have only one arm to post and it's the cross arm. So then it's gonna be battle. This is why I don't use this crossface from the mount so much. But if you still wanna use it, then make sure you get it properly. So I just don't like stay here and try to crossface. I grab from, if I can, from the armpit. I grab the armpit and I pull him under me and now buttering again. Okay? So no crossface like this. This is not very, very effective. So this is always pull and butter. I've actually, when I was blue belt, I almost choked out like big dude brown belt, and just 2 days ago it made sense to me why, because I probably got my shoulder here. So he was like, oh, I almost passed out, and I was like, how? It was like regular crossface, but now after Jorgen's class who went there, now it makes a bit more sense. I probably just put the pressure in the right place. So technically you can even choke people with this, but again, not high percentage in my opinion, so don't advocate for it so much. More questions?
When you hold the head, I guess either elbow on the mat.
I try to keep it as low as possible. Sometimes it's not on the mat, sometimes it is. And with this mat, I don't want to hold it on the mat because I need to drag and then I wouldn't have any skin here anymore. So I try to keep it low. I right away make this. This is like other crossface as well, like the common crossface, you do this move. So I take this and pull, 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 but usually my elbow is not totally on the mat. I don't want it here, it feels very uncomfortable. I want it here and then start going forward a bit. More questions? No? Okay. So let's move on a bit. I'm just, gonna introduce the ideas a bit. This is not like technique to be learned, just you can do very similar things from very many places. The point is just head manipulation. I understand where he wants to escape, and usually he needs his head to go with him to get the escape. So I just try to block the direction of the head where he wants to go. Yeah. So next, much time I have, okay, is from side control. Again, very, very similar. If I have what I usually want, this arm killed, now it's kind of like Harto crossface here again. I again grab the head and pull it towards me. If he's looking towards me here, then I still try to get the head somehow. If I can't get the head, then a lot of the times I use this crossface again. So you every time have options, and it a lot depends on how the bottom guy is positioning his head. So I can kind of do the same here. When he's turning into me, I try to get this block with my hand. But from here, if he hides his chin well, I can't get the Harto crossface usually. So it happens more if he, like I make him maybe think about this arm, try to attack this, and now I can use the same thing. So you need to understand right away where you can do what. You can't just do any technique in any place. There are specific like situations where you should use one more than the other. So when he, in side control, when he looks away from me more, then I use the Harto crossface. When he looks towards me, then I very often just try to get my forearm under his chin. And yeah, you can torture from here, but right now not right now, let's only play the he will look rather away or in the middle, not towards me. Okay, so he will look here or here, and I will get the head and crossface. And here it's the same. If he doesn't like the pressure, what he does? He goes to away from me, so I can't put his face through the mat anymore. And here, the same. I want to start getting my arm bars, or maybe I start getting the back. So I know that he will react every time, so I don't want to get stuck there, put all my force there. I just use it to make him move. Okay? So once more. Side control. You can be like this, you can be like this. Have this arm on your hip right now, not under. Every time you would like to be rather trapping this arm. So he will look up or away from me, and I will use this. I can use this on my knees as well. He will look up or away, and I can water. Okay? Let's try. Any questions? No? Yes?
Can you show it again? Because when you fly that, like, can you show where you would actually use your knees? Because when you're doing that movement, you end up bumping the head and knee.
Sure. I want to see what you did. Then it's easier for me to understand. Yeah, you can come in the middle.
It's just that I'm very wide in my control position. So when he looks away, I want to pull it. I'm just kind of pulling here. Should I?
One more option is you start moving back with your hips yourself. At the same time you have the head, for example.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't mind that I'm bringing my hand in his...
Come. It kind of shouldn't happen. You should be still able to keep the distance a bit. So if I'm super wide here, yeah, it's very hard for me to do this. So I start going here. But I don't want to, yeah, I try to keep this. But even if this happens, it's not so bad. I have his head. He has nothing to do with it. I'm so sorry. He needs to go this way, yeah? So if he gets this arm, get the arm. No, just, yes, pull it to yourself or something. Even if you push it, yeah. If he pushes me with this, I go up. If he gets it to his own body, I don't mind. One thing I do to get what I want more in those situations, what I actually wanted to talk about now as well, is I put both hands here. Now it kills his underhook, and now again, where can he go? Can he turn into me in this situation? No. So yeah, I will make him go there. Yeah, now he will try to get this arm, and now I will try to get his arm and neck again. Yeah? So yeah, I use it to get what I want very, very often. What else? Was there any more questions I needed to answer in front of everyone?
Whereabouts in the head do you control? When you control the head, what kind of part of the head usually? Is it the forehead or back of the head?
The knees. Your knees. Knees. This is or what? This. Okay. I don't have so much time, so I will skip a bit to my favorite thing, where it kinda, I think, all started as well. So it's often from the back, and it's very similar idea to what we did from the mount right now. So what I want, I will just show without how I get there. This. Every time. This is my, who has rolled with me has probably felt this, yeah. Pedro knows. So this is my ideal scenario. I have one arm to control his head and arm. And especially from the back, I have my hooks. I every time like to go high triangle from here. So how do I get it very often? It's like I can be here, for example, just, you can do it in many, many places. Just, I want to choke him, and what does he want to do? He very often comes with both hands. And if he lifts this hand too much and there's no weight on this, every time I want it up. I want to make him here. Just like in side control, just like in mount. I want his shoulder against his ear. He does not have much strength here. If I lock this in already, Vova is not just gonna muscle his way out of this. Very hard, yeah. And yeah, if he starts putting his hand here or whatever, I can start catching it. I can start catching it with my head. I can do some more weirdo arm bars from there. I can technically wrist lock from here if you want to be super mean. So yeah, this is the place I want to grab. And from here, it feels, it puts other cross faces in place as well. If I grab too much here, go, he turns away. If I grab here, he turns away. If I grab here, he turns away. So I want this pressure and I want my elbow close. Okay? And yeah, if he moves here, it's every time very good option for me to go back triangle or straight to the armbar. So again, this actually makes the person who is like getting tortured right now better. He never wants to, make his elbow light. He every time wants to keep this, and he knows which one I'm gonna attack. I'm not gonna put this elbow up right now, right? This is my choking arm. This is my getting the elbow up arm. Armbar arm. So if he keeps it here very well, I will not get it. It's very, very hard, especially if you have any strength difference. So yeah, if he puts the breathe back escape position, there's no way of me getting it normal. But it's a game. People make mistakes, and this is what you kinda are after. You will play here, especially in the gi, it's easy. People, very often come like this for some reason. Very bad habit. So when they do this, I'm like, thank you. I use my choking arm to feed the head towards my underhook arm. So we're here, he fights the hands, and I feed with my arm. I push with my legs as well, because if I'm too up here, I can't. I need to be in a specific place where my body works more better. If he's just laying on me, I'm not strong enough to kick my hand through, yeah? So I want to be a bit more up. And then I feed with this sometimes I push, it depends which grip I have. If I have a regular seat belt, then I just start straightening this arm and climb here. Yeah? So, once more, other side. Just right now, if you don't know this position, how to get there so well, it doesn't matter. You can just try it on your knees as well. Just, I want to get gift wrap, I want to be under him a bit, and I feed. And now, switch arm, and this is a very, very good place to be. Okay? So, let's try. Go! So, I take your back. So in gi, I use it for choking a lot. Maybe I don't use other side, we'll see. Anyway, we're here. I want to stretch him. I want to get the head. And very often now, I can get this as well. And now I put the hand behind the head. And now this is like chicken wing choke, okay? So you can use it in gi as well a lot. And you can, like if you get it from here already, I don't care which side you fall. I can fall here as well, and I can kind of do some weirdo stuff from here as well, yeah? So thank you. So yeah, you can, I love the chicken wing choke. Like this is again so good. He has one arm to defend every time. This is my goal. I don't want to fight his both arms. I want to kill the arm, or yeah, get some kind of high back already. Any more questions? Yes.
I was going to say, if you're not going to show it, you show the triangle.
Yeah, I can show the triangle. I think it should be in the quote starters page as well. The gift wrap training I did 2 years ago in Tallinn. The ending is, yeah, kind of the triangle. So if anyone's more interested, go check out that video, or yeah, come and talk to me anytime. I'm very available during the open mats and stuff. So, few questions I had was how to feed the arm, and again, leg position actually here very important. But right now this is not so important because I want to give you this. You can use this in other places as well. This is just for me the best example where I use it very, very effectively. So the legs, I actually want to be under him a bit. I don't want this to be there, because now it's still like, I can't go my triangles, maybe he starts turning and it's not great. And one more very important detail that I think I didn't maybe say, if you get this already, you need to like curl your biceps a bit. Because if I don't do this, he feels there is space and he maybe can somehow wiggle his arm out, or if I open my elbow too much, he will escape this. Yeah, and now there's nothing left. So every time I get this, I want this to be tight. I kind of pull this arm down with this, yeah? And yeah, triangle from here, I have this regular, I can have gift wrap, or I can just have harness. And now I can push his head like this, or I know a lot of people had trouble with this. Practice is my first suggestion, but you can always use this. It's very easy. Just I don't like disconnecting my arms, because if I disconnect my arms here, he will grab this arm usually. So this is why I prefer this. He can't grab my arm so easily, and now I can go up. Yeah? Nicely from here, and now I push him down and step over. You can triangle actually just from here, but I prefer every time go other side and now do the triangle, because from here very rarely people escape. People who roll with me a lot have started escaping here, but otherwise he can't connect his arms normal sometimes, especially if he tries to at first fight my legs or something. I right away go under this and I sprawl the shoulder. Yeah, we had some interesting questions before when people already got this and people start turning to their knees. Let's say I don't have so good control and yeah, they go. I can still do like weird triangles and Armbars. And from here, my hip is exactly behind his shoulder. So if I take the arm from here and start sprawling, it's not even armbar. It just breaks people's shoulders. So it's very, very nasty. I did to raise your arm. Yeah, I did to him. You can ask him how it felt. So yeah, you can do more weirdo armbars that I didn't show last time from here, but just with the shoulder break. So if people escape this, I kind of don't mind. I am ready for this. Sometimes they escape totally, happens, but I have so many options along the way. I have weird arm bars, I have wrist locks. If I have the gi, I can choke more easy. If I don't have the gi, technically they sometimes understand pretty fast that I want this, and they start going up. And then I try to get the choke again. So I try to play like jab cross game all the time. I don't see like I want this, and if I don't get this, then everything like falls apart around this. Every time you should have several options if you're going for your favorite option, so to speak. Okay? Any more questions? Nope. Then, yeah, I have some few more things, but I think my time is up today. So if anyone is interested, just approach me and I can torture your face. Okay, so thank you so much for coming, and I would like a picture with you guys, okay?